Color looks better, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right.
I'm so glad you're here. It is alive. It is January 7th in 2026. And my special guest today is the infamous Roger Williamson.
Thank you. Good morning.
Well, let's go over the basics, shall we? What are we wearing? Well, we're wearing Tracy's Treasures, of course, like those. Got a rough cut amethyst on this side. Look at that gorgeous stone. I also have some of Jerry's fabulous scarves. I thought this one went well with my shirt today.
It's absolutely
Fabulous. I love a good ombre.
Oh, that's good blood.
What are we drinking? Mostly ashwagandha and burdock. But I got to say the eczema on my fingertips has cleared up beautifully. Thank you, burdock. That's what I'm blaming. It's not a claim, but I'm going to blame it. And what is going on? So, exciting things are happening all month long. This Saturday the 10th, the Alliance Coven is meeting with their Seekers group at noon. So if you want to stop in and say, hey, maybe set up a time to meet with them if you're curious about their group, you could catch them right when we open around 2:00, which is great. The following Sunday, the 11th, the Pre-Gardnerian group is meeting at 10. That's before the store opens. So register for that one. So we know you're coming. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are Herb 1 and Herb 3. So Herb 1 just started. If you missed out on the registration period and you want to join us, you can play catch up for about a week. Join us if you're ready for it. Saturday the 17th, the Alliance Coven's meeting again at 12. And we've got Daryl's class on container magic at 3:00 that Saturday afternoon. That is a buy donation class. We've talked about it with Daryl here on the live in the last few weeks. So if you want to see what he's like, just check him out. You can check back our previous lives on Facebook and on YouTube. That's where we repost. The following Sunday, the 18th, Reiki 1. If you're ready to start your Reiki journey, come join us on that Sunday, the 18th at 12. Saturday, the 24th, we've got the Alliance Coven again, and their Dedicants group at 12. And Ethics in the Craft is at 3 with Ravenwolf. Should be a really interesting class. It's another buy donation class, and you can get a discount on the book that he's using as part of the basis for the class called, I know you're going to be shocked by this, but it's called Ethics and the Craft. I know.
Wow.
I think it's an interesting read, though. The history, what this guy dug up for documentation about where certain phrases come from and how things entered into the zeitgeist. It's interesting because he's debunked a lot of claims.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pushed back the dates for things entering common thinking about paganism and Wicca by sometimes 20 years. It's a decent read. It really is. Sunday the 25th, the following Sunday, 10 a.m. before we open that Gardnerian 101. The Reiki share is at noon. So if you want to come and trade Reiki with folks and just have a chat with other practitioners, that's going to be at noon. It's another buy donation event. And at 4:00 is Eshu's Palmistry 101 class. The the American Folk Magic and Hoodoo class was a blast. People loved it. He's teaching palmistry. So if you want to pick up on his teaching style and learn the basics of palmistry, that's a good class to go to. I've been working through some palmistry stuff from writings that I did a long time ago on our Divine Saturdays. So you can check that out as well. It's 5 minutes. And we repost again on Facebook and YouTube. Share, subscribe, do all the things, right?
Fabulous.
All right. And then the 31st, we should have Adam's astrology class, his magic in astrology class scheduled. This is another buy donation class. It has been getting amazingly good reviews, but stay tuned because he thought it was the 24th and he has a gig on the 24th. So we'll see how that holds up. Do register if you're interested, because then we can at least let him know. And if it doesn't happen, we can let you know if you've registered in advance. Since it is a buy donation class, you can either make a payment then or here at the store when you come for the class. Either perfectly fine. And we're also going to be having a used book sale. That's right. We're going to open up the book vaults in the basement. You're going to be able to see about 90% of what we have down there for used books on the 24th. That's Saturday the 24th. And I want to tease and tempt you. So I brought up some things that never see the light of day up here because we put them online. So maybe you're looking for the hardcover of Budge's Amulets and Talismans. It's down there. It's up on ABE. No, it's not. It's not listed yet. We haven't had time to list this one yet. We've got what, 2 bookcases crammed to overflowing of books. We list every week. We list new books every week in our used section on ABE. It'll be a while before we get them all listed. So if you want to really see what the treasures are, come. Another one I've got here. Mysteries of the Kabbalah by Levi, hardcover. Nice one.
What a deal.
It's under $30.
Right.
It's a good deal, but it's over 20, so you know it's not going to come upstairs. It's going to be listed on ABE, and you can only grab it there or during the book sale on the 24th. I'll be here. I'll be in the basement all day for that. Here's one that's also, no, this one is listed. This is a hardcover of Dion Fortune's Psychic Self-Defense. Oh, and I love the cover. I just love the book jacket.
Good shape too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's brand new.
Right.
But look at that cool coat now. It's first edition. It's in excellent condition. It's a pretty penny. I'm going to warn you now. We've got books up there for, not that this hits that price, but we've got books up for $2,000 and more. It really depends on the book and what it's going for. The way we price our used books on those platforms and for sale at our book sale coming up on the 24th is we look at the condition of the book and we underbid everybody else just a little bit. That's what we do. So this is your best deal. That's the best thing I can say. What else have we got that I bought up to tease you? Oh, Melchizedek Truth Principles. Not one you're going to find very often. So this is a fun one.
You got pictures?
I don't think this one's got any pictures, I'm afraid. No pictures, but it's up. It's up online. You could buy it today if you wanted to. It's only $40. It's not bad.
What a deal.
It's only, $400 less than the last book I showed you.
Okay.
Leaves of Yggdrasil, not up yet. Not up yet, but I can tell you now that it's going online, depending on condition, for $50 to $453. So we're going to look at the great condition this is in, and we'll make a decision about how much it's going to list for. At some point, 2 bookcases, it's a lot to go through. Not into ceremonial magic, Norse mythology, or Wicca, that's okay. Or Kabbalah. Did you want to learn classical Tibetan? Got that too. That's coming up. It's going to list for about $30. We got a huge estate from somebody downsizing who was a Tibetan Buddhist.
Okay.
Got a ton of books on Tibetan Buddhism. Some of them are up here or slated to come up here.
Oh,
As
yeah,
there's
you got
room.
nice ones up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's some really nice ones that will never make it up here. And of course, here it is, book 3 of the Golden Dawn Journal. And we've got a whole set of these. And this one is going to list for somewhere between, sometimes I did this. I gave all of the conditions and what they're shipping for and all of that jazz. So these are listing from $55 for one that's not in this kind of shape, up to $350. So I would say $173 is the comparable here.
Okay.
So I could see this one going for somewhere in the 160s. If you're looking for those nice collectibles, good shape, good condition. But if you want to take a crack at them without going through ABE, come here on the 24th. I have a few other things to show you based on what people have been buying and what they might need coming up. I want to say we started resupplying our Fred Souls, and we were decimated. And when I order Fred Souls, I order every single week for you guys. And so I have 2 orders with them right now, which is for them really pretty good. 2 orders in with them, because there was a time when I would always have 3 orders in with them. I don't know if you remember those days with my little Excel spreadsheets.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Figuring out what to order to keep it flowing. They called today. They're ready to pack the order that I placed at the end of 2025. And there's another order that they've gotten since then. So it's on its way, is the best I can tell you. We still have plenty of options, but we've been cleaned out of some flavors just in the week that it was here. So come and grab it if you're ready. One of the things we've sold a lot of since the holidays, like people coming in with their Christmas money to treat themselves, have been decks. So I thought I'd show you guys that if you're looking for bags for decks, we've got all kinds of styles, all kinds of price points, and maybe you're getting a mini deck bags too. The other thing I'm seeing a lot of people come in and buy post-holidays are journals. So these are some local crafted journals. I'm just about out, I think, of the other local craftsperson's journal. I didn't see any on the floor. They might be all gone. But we've got these guys too. These are usually done with tree-free organic recycled paper. I also have, from an artist's estate, a beautiful set of used blank books. And we flipped through them. We didn't see anything in them. That doesn't mean there hasn't been a page torn out
Okay.
by the artist,
Oh,
but
nice, yeah.
yeah, all kinds of sizes, all kinds of shapes, all kinds of fun covers. And we also have this beautiful collection of items for you to make your own journal. So if you want to get a little crafty with it and put the journal together yourself.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah.
They're called junk journals.
Right.
So they have all kinds of little fun doodads. There's always in these kits something to write, paint, or draw with. Something could be colored pencils, could be a little paint set to add your own flair. There's always fun little papers, little bits of envelopes, things that you can make pockets with, all kinds of fun stuff, but everything you need to make the journal.
Is that a local person?
It is a local person, yeah.
Deal.
She's fabulous. And she's been on the live before. She's made us smudges that are really nice. And she's made these, and her kid has a little oracle deck in the case that she made.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's absolutely like a mother's pride, mother's journal deck. It's a very cute little kid drawing type deck. So that's what we've got going on. Oh, before I forget, one more going on. The readers. We've had a lot of folks coming in to get their annual reading. We've had a lot of folks coming in just because they have a good question that they need a little clarification on. And we even had somebody, one of our readers donated a reading. So we had somebody come in to get their donated reading, and they had like 5 questions, and then one question at a time, please.
Oh.
It was a really good reading. So today, Wednesday, we'll have Eshu in all day. That's noon to 6 for us, and he'll be here for the first part of Thursday. The second half of Thursday will be Ravenwolf, both excellent tarot readers. Friday, we'll have Ravenwolf again from 1 to 4, and then Daryl will be in from 2 to 6. Saturday, the day will be split between Eshu and Margaret. Margaret's only here for 3 hours once a week. Come and get your reading from her if you want it from her. She's just not as available as these other guys. Eshu will also be in all day on Sunday from noon to 6. Don't forget, he's sometimes teaching during some of those hours, so check his schedule. Daryl is in from noon to 2 on Monday, and it looks like he's probably going to be sticking around on Mondays as we flesh out that day. Tuesdays, Ravenwolf and Daryl split the day, noon to 3, 3 to 6. So those are our readers. They've all agreed to a $2.50 per minute rate plus tax. And of course, we will ask you if you want to leave a tip when you are paying for the reading up at the register, but there's never an obligation for that. So work it into your budget if you can and want to. If you can't, just get the reading. Get the help you need. That's the important part, right?
Right.
Get the deck, learn to read the cards. It'll be good. Oh, you know what I didn't put on there was Nancy Antonucci's class. I totally forgot. Second Sunday of the month, Nancy Antonucci's Tarot Lab.
Okay.
Totally forgot to mention that one. And I should say Tamara and J-Rob's class, their in-person portion of their classes start next month in February.
Okay.
So it'll be fun.
Yes. Busy month.
Busy month.
Right.
And we are going to be at Paganicon.
Okay.
And you're going to be at Paganicon.
I am. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Entrepreneur,
That's why I'm here for the winter.
artist, author,
Right.
public speaker.
Right.
What am I missing?
A lot. I hope. Yeah.
Former
Okay.
executive.
Well, yeah. Mogul. Mogul. Yeah.
There you go.
Nobody said it was easy being a mogul.
Roger, for those of you who don't know, is our founder, and he will be the keynote speaker in the 2026 Paganicon conference. So, and I know
Come on over.
Yeah.
Join us. Right.
Yeah, and I know you're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna do like a couple panels and a keynote speech.
Yeah, there's one which will be the history and origins of Magus books, how it came about, where the idea came from, and the trials and tribulations of running, Spook Central in the 90s. Yes, so that'll be that one. Yeah, and then there'll be another one on. Since I retired, my wife and I have been traveling extensively through, especially Greece, really. So there'll be a presentation of pictures of Greece, all facets of it, mainly a lot of my stuff from Mycenaean culture, but also Athens, a lot of real out of the way places, obscure, almost like abandoned type monasteries up in the mountains, and things like this. So hopefully it'll be entertaining. Yes. And then I think there's one other too. I'm not too sure what that one was, but I think certainly those two. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you saying there would be 3, but yeah,
Yes.
one might still be to be determined. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
I'm not
maybe you're
too
on a
sure.
panel.
Oh, I think it has something to do with the art show, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not too sure of the ins and outs of
Because
that.
some of
yet,
your
but-
bigger pieces, it looks like, are going to be
Yeah, I'm
exhibited
thinking,
at Paganacon.
yeah, I've got one in particular that's like 12 feet wide by about 7 feet tall. So I've probably only ever, over the years, I've only ever shown it like 3 times, I think. A, because of the size, and B, having to move it,
Yeah.
which is pretty daunting. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so that'll be there. Yeah.
But fortunately, Paganacon are going to take care of moving it, apparently. So
Yes.
good on them for that.
Right. Yeah. They've been great. They have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're generally they've been really good to work with.
Okay.
So-
And you're having a table there too, right?
We will have a table there,
Okay.
so we will have some prints, and we'll have some books
Books and some decks.
and some decks. We'll have
Right.
it all there. Maybe you'll come around to sign some stuff at some point.
Oh, why not? Right?
So you get your deck autographed and your books
Sure.
autographed if you'd like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have them. The latest one has been the rewrite of The Sun at Night.
Sure.
Correct?
Yeah, we've got some of those left, haven't we?
Yeah, and that was a limited print run.
It was limited to 111 hand-numbered signed copies. And it's basically an expanded version of the original paperback.
Now I know when I read the
Mm.
original paperback, and that was way back when dirt was new. Sorry, but it
That would
was.
have been, that came out, I think, in like 87. And then Eschaton out of Chicago did a reprint in like, was it like 93, 94, I think.
And that's probably the
something
one
like
I
that.
have is
Was
the
it?
reprint. And I can remember reading it,
Mm.
and I could absolutely hear your voice telling me the story in my head until about halfway through.
Mm.
The voice goes, it's better. It goes through more the whole way.
Okay.
So I think it's more,
Is it?
yeah,
Okay.
it feels more true in some ways. got this
Okay.
version.
Yeah, I'd always, because it was, I never intended to write a book like that at all. And it sort of took on a life of its own. And then over the years, I'd looked at it, always had a soft spot for it. And yeah, I just wanted to do more with it, rather than just write something else. And of course, now I look at it and I think, well, I could do this, that, and the other.
Art's never really done.
No, it never is. It's like a painting, you keep looking at it and it's, you think, I think it's done now, until 6 months later and you look at it again and it's sort of like, well, I'll just dick with this and, yeah.
See what else I can do.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
could be
See
better.
how I can spoil it. Yeah.
But it's, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but from my perspective, it's basically like an initiatory journey. If I can get the word initiatory out.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a fictionalized autobiography, I think, is what it is. I wanted to write initially a sophisticated horror story, and it just never went that way. And, I had a lot of interest in Celtic material. When I was growing up, my folks would take me around all these sites, not just Stonehenge, Avebury, and all these other remote Celtic prehistoric sites. And we had this fabulous book with black and white plates in it. I do remember there was this chapter before the Romans came, and it was just so mysterious. But the country was like that then. I don't think it's really like that anymore. Like the rest of the world, it's sort of
It evolved.
yeah, or devolved. I'm not too sure which, but yeah.
Well, the wheel goes around, it goes up and it goes down, and it's part of the process, right?
And I got very much interested in Alan Stivell's Celtic music. He was a Celtic harper, Brittany he was from. He did this wonderful album, this first one called Renaissance of the Celtic Harp. And it started off with a pounding of the ocean, you could just just imagine that, and then it got into this really wonderful music. Yeah, and so I think that's sort of where it's triggered from, and certainly Arthurian legend too. I think had quite a bit to do with it, and yeah, so it's very much sort of interwoven with things like that. Yeah, so
yeah, but in some ways, almost like there's this literary tradition, if you look for it, of authors who write this sort of initiatory novel. Like I think of Jurgens by Cabell, who was an American guy who went over to England and got involved and enmeshed in the occult scene.
Oh, okay.
100+ years ago,
Okay.
and came back and wrote this scandalous novel, very scandalous novel for its day. Not so much today. There's some parts I would change, but it is what it is. It was written when it was written. But so yeah, I would put it in with those, some famous, some not so famous. I think you've got to be involved, I think, in the occult for a while to.
Well, it probably helps.
But,
yeah.
But
yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I mean the book. The influences, I suppose, would be Hester's Damien and things like that. Alan Fournier's The Lost Domain. And didn't I get you a copy of that?
Yes, you did.
Did you start it yet?
I did start it.
Did you?
I did, but I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
If it's too quiet for too long, I just get sad because I'm still a widow.
Oh, I see.
I
Okay.
can't read in long chunks anymore.
No, all right.
Not yet. I will. I'll get there again. But so yeah, I've read little bits of it.
And it's a really mysterious book. Where I grew up in Coventry, although that was a big industrial centre, round about it you had Stratford-on-Avon, Warwick, Guy's Cliff, all these kinds of places, which were very much, the Earl of Warwick. He had fought in the Crusades and then hid out at this place called Guy's Cliff when he got back. It was probably a bit like Odysseus arriving home, where he had to just check out the landscape of
before he could actually
where his wife and family were at before he appeared. Yeah. So you were surrounded by all of this kind of stuff. There was a lot more forest then too than there is now. But yeah, you just felt you were sort of woven into this kind of mythology. It's just, I suppose it's like the air. Breathe,
it's just part of the culture, and you're always immersed in it to some degree. Because if you know the story, there's a reminder of just the place.
Sure.
Or you go visit the place and envision things happening there.
And of course, in those days, we used to get history and geography at school. I'm not too sure if anybody gets that anymore. So, we were encouraged to read a lot of that material. Yeah.
There are a lot of editions I know that would come out. I've seen on book collection sites. And people are going, I've got the one from this year. And like, yeah, good. I'm glad for you. But they're going back to books from that were printed in that era with that amazing, like Technicolor look to them. And
yeah, I mean, there was very much that, when I grew up, I mean, I born in 1947, but, when you're at school at that time, there was a lot of interest in Arthurian legend and things like that, and the history of the old country, because it hadn't been invaded since 1066 by that Viking geezer, William of Normandy. And of course, a lot of that, you look at a lot of those Arthurian myths, they actually have a basis in, French culture. We'll let that one go. But anyway.
And yes, that's really Roger, just to answer the comment we're getting.
Oh, are we?
Yes. Yeah. You can see them right there.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
So folks are saying, hey.
Right. Howdy. Okay. Crikey. Well, I'm glad somebody's up this time of day.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's 11:39. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's, that time of day can come twice in a day, right?
It's acceptable.
Yeah. That's not so bad.
Okay. Oh, great. Oh, that's lovely.
Yes. We get a few comments from a few other people here on Facebook.
All right.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's because Roger retired when we were still in Dinkytown. Yeah. But he comes every Wednesday.
Yes.
Whisks me away.
That's right.
If he's in the country, if he's not gallivanting off to Greece.
Well, you can't come soon enough with this weather, can it? I'm a bit out of practice of this.
Yeah, that's true. This is only for Big Anagon.
Yeah.
Only for Big Anagon and Big Anagon. Otherwise, you would not be here.
No, I would not.
It is winter. We don't do winter.
Yeah.
We go to Greece.
But yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. You remember Dinky Town. It was such a great period for me. I really felt it was a great experience. It wasn't just the store, it was the people that came in, everything about it. And when I opened there in 92, there was a bakery. You could smell the bread baking. You got there in the morning.
Yep.
There were like 2 or 3 record shops. Well, I don't think CDs were invented then, were they?
But you could go to
record
used record shops.
Yeah. There were multiple bookstores.
Yeah.
And
a music store for the musicians.
Yes. And of course, you had Dreamhaven there too, which I find it. So it's really a great atmosphere. And then where we were at the end of the corridor in Dinky-Dale, yeah, was like where all the old hippies and I include myself in that, of course, hippies and anarchists used to sit in the Dinky-Dale Deli across the aisle there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just a great atmosphere there. It really reminded me quite a bit of the old country, really.
I can see because the age of the building is just
60s and 70s,
starting to approach that.
Right.
Those eras.
I mean, it is an interesting thing about America, isn't it? Really, it's like, do we really have any culture? Because as soon as something's 50 years old, it seems to be torn down.
Yeah,
I remember these great areas in downtown Minneapolis too. These strips down by the Hyatt, I think it was. Really interesting stores, and Dinky Town was like that, and unfortunately, it just got swept away. So it looked like some, post-war, Warsaw Polish street in the Soviet area with all this. Not that I've got an opinion, of course, but
And for those of you who weren't with us at the first location outside of your basement, that first spot was in what was called the Dinky-Dale Mall, which is really, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like 2 buildings that used to have a walkway through them.
Well, it was
somebody overbuilt.
It was a hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a hotel in the day. In fact,
makes sense.
The when we moved down the front, they'd only rent me that space if I rented the upstairs, and so we're going up there, and all the rooms, all the doors had numbers on them from when it was a hotel. And so that's what that was. Yeah.
Yeah. You'd walk in the front door and you weren't really inside a building, but you were covered. It was like you were walking down. It really looked like it could have been outside.
There was that door up there too that led into nowhere.
Yes.
And
So you'd walk to the end of the building and then you would come in the front door of Vegas Books. And then later you guys moved to the front. That's when I joined.
That's right. Yeah.
And then across the street down to the basement. And then you retired when we were at that location.
2012, I think. 2012, 2013, I retired.
Yeah, because we renewed the lease.
That's right.
Yep. And that was like the start of everything. And for us. And then, we moved to Northeast. We moved 5 minutes away from Dinky Town to Northeast. And we've changed buildings in Northeast 1 time. And we're here now in a beautiful, well-kept building that we like very much.
It's actually very reminiscent of the first store.
It is, yeah.
When people speak to me sometimes, it's really funny because people are really gracious in America, not like English people, but and people tell me the first time that they came into the store and they say, something like, my mom used to bring me into Vegas and bought my first tarot deck there. And there's so many. That first location, it had all this dark wood, and it was at the end of this really eerie corridor. It had everything it needed to be an occult store, And so a lot of folks remembered that spot. I think with affection. I mean, it was just really funny experience down there.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Got a comment again about. And you're welcome. Whoever showed you how to make the sigils, I'm guessing it was probably you.
Yeah.
Comment about, I always thank Megas for showing me how to make sigils.
Okay. We might have had a class on it too, though, right?
That's possible, yeah, we did have some classes on sigil making. That's true.
Okay. Great.
Over the years, in which case it might have been Adam or Kitty.
Could have been, yeah.
But we'll be reminiscing at PinanaCon.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
we'll be talking about all the time and all the fun we've had. Over
But
the
it
years.
was a really wild ride, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world. I mean, at the time, it got a bit daunting on occasions, but it was a great experience.
Yeah. It's fun. It's especially fun when we're busy and it's a party.
Yes,
And that's how I always view it. If there's enough people in the building, it really is kind of like we're having a party.
yes,
And it's just fun. It's fun for everybody. It's one of the reasons I love the classes. Even the by donation classes are great because just come down and party for a little while.
I mean, I think that's a great way of doing it too. Because we're all at different financial levels, aren't we?
Yep.
So I think it's a really fair way of doing it.
It is. Yeah, I've seen people pay $40 or $50 for a class because they know darn well that they brought someone with them that couldn't afford anything.
Oh, sure.
So they
Okay.
picked in. I've had people who can't afford. I have people who do $10 or $5, but I think most people do about 20 from most of the classes, most of the time. But it's all over the place. Like I said, it could be 50, could be 5, could be 0.
Yeah, I mean, you like to think it was we were trying to build a better world.
Yeah. Get a community going, which
yeah.
means accepting everybody where they're at. So
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because we're all at different stages, aren't we, of financial security. Yeah.
Yes, and I know that it's looking forward. It's a little daunting at times right now. Going, will the economy be here in a month? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think the thing to remember is everything, goes in cycles,
and
doesn't
it's
it?
coming down now. It's going to come up
it's-
later. It's going to be fine.
Right.
We'll get through it together, right?
Yeah, you just got to, I suppose, be able to take control of your perspective so that it, that it's sort of like just part of your life adventure, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
if your perspective if you can use your perspective on it to enhance where you're headed,
sure,
then I think you're a step ahead of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you think of your life as an adventure, I mean, if you think you're Odysseus or whatever, I mean, at least we're not being attacked by cyclopses and whatever that thing was that opened up in the ocean. But I think I think it makes life a lot more entertaining. I think otherwise, I think people get very absorbed with the sense of their own importance. I mean, obviously we see that in politics and corporations, don't we?
Yeah.
So
you see it in these communities too.
Well,
absolutely.
you do.
I can remember people telling me, "Well, I've hit 50, therefore I'm owed," and I'm like, "No, you're not."
No, I don't think any of us owed anything, as a matter of fact. So it's just But I mean, that's part of magical technique, isn't it? Taking possession of your own sense of perspective on things and working through them.
Yeah. Finding the tools that help you to remember to stay on track, finding the things that get you to where you need to be.
Sure. Yeah.
I think that's the heart of any of these magical or even religious practices, really.
Well, everyone's got their own take on these things, haven't they? And I suppose that the first thing is that you got to experiment and get your feet wet and whatever, and then work on how you look at your life experiences and how that influences what your beliefs are.
I think it all has an impact.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You go through something that's a little more unique or a little more difficult at some point in your life, your whole perspective on what life means can change.
Sure. Yeah. All part of life's rich tapestry.
That's right.
Yes.
And it's part of the fun of exploring.
Right.
It gives you the freedom to make your own choices, and that's the whole point of this place.
Yeah. Well, that is what makes life interesting, I believe. It's interesting. As you think back on your life and what you're at the time, you're going through disasters or whatever, or some screw up or whatever. When you look back, those are the things you remember. And of course, when you're able to look back on it, they're really amusing. But you don't always necessarily remember what was hunky-dory at the time.
Yeah.
It's these crisis times and how you dealt with them and how you managed to hopefully come out the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's good. So come and see Roger. Come see Roger at Pig Anacon. If you sneak in here on a Wednesday, there's a decent chance you might see him if you're here at the right moment. But he drags me out of the building. He makes me take a break. I know, revolutionary, but he does it. So you got to catch him while he's here, if you want to catch him.
Hopefully, I don't owe you money.
No.
No,
That's all
okay.
good. That's all good.
All right, okay.
So, but if you can't catch him anywhere else, go to Paganic.
Yeah, come on down.
Yeah,
Right.
come see the lectures, the panels, and it's always a good time at Paganic. Come get your books and tarot decks signed. I still have like one card that you signed for me because we had those spare cards that I could send
Mhm.
when people ordered the decks. I think I have one left.
Oh, dear.
It's the Hermit.
Oh, really?
The one that's left.
I might have a few more. I'll have to see what I've got.
All right.
Okay, I'll see what I've got.
And I don't think about it when I just grab whatever card randomly.
Yeah,
The Hermit's the one that's left
Is it?
over, and I think
Okay.
that's adorable.
okay.
Suggests that maybe there's something to tarot, and that the deck might, I don't know, work.
Yeah, well,
Work for you.
it's been going quite a while. There must be something in it, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right. So yeah, and we've sold a lot of decks recently. People are really seeming to really want to dive into tarot again.
Great. I mean, I think that's
Yeah.
encouraging. I mean, that people want to sort of try and take command over their own destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to think that that's, what all of this stuff is about.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. You be the priest or priestess of your life,
Right.
or the priestex. Would that be the next iteration? The gender neutral?
Or the god.
Oh, the god,
You know?
Be your own god.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's probably as good as anybody else's, I think.
That's true. It's all subject to interpretation. So
Right, it is.
is your interpretation better for you? Quite possibly.
It's what you believe in that's important.
Yeah. And if you want to find a crew to work with, finding a crew of people who think closely enough to how you think that it's interesting and also reinforcing of your own work and your own magic.
Right.
This is why I always say if you're going to find a group, you've got to find people that are your flavor of crazy.
Yeah, I think so. If you think that the group way is important,
Yeah.
I think, I mean, just because you're the only person that thinks something doesn't mean you're wrong, does
Right.
it?
Exactly.
And but then of course it's having the courage to stick by your values.
Yeah. And sometimes a group helps. Sometimes it helps
Yeah.
not to be in a group to do that. So
Yeah, you've got to find what sort of turns your crank.
Yeah.
Right.
What's going to work out for you?
And I don't think there's any way that's better than another. It's the one that works for you.
Yeah. Exactly. So, well, on that note, I'm going to start wrapping things up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and for watching us on the replays on the Facebook and the YouTube and liking all of the little clips we'll put up on all of the platforms we can. It's always fun to see your comments.
Thank you for the messages and comments here too. Yeah, great. Okay.
And on behalf of myself, Liz, the rest of the crew here at Megas Books, and Roger, our fabulous founder,
Thank you. Thank you.
we all thank you for being your best magical you. We love that about you. You know that. And of course, the little magical things you can do here, you know what they are. The likes, the shares. Heck, if you don't have anybody else to share it with me. I'll take it. I love it. And hopefully we'll see you all here soon, either at the shop in Minneapolis or online at megasbooks.com.